Hi everyone, I am Tara and I would like to welcome you all back to my channel, Spirit Mother Teachings of Going Within. Today I'm going to talk about the meaning of the T-cross and what I believe to be the true meaning of sins. A lot of my topics may be very touchy for some, and that's okay, because we all use our own discernment, and these are my opinions. I'm not saying they're right, and I'm not saying they're wrong. I do these topics usually because it comes to me. I was sitting here this morning, and I do a lot of going within as Spirit Mother, teachings of going within. And when I was going within, I was wondering, like, because the cross is shaped like a T, right? See? Shaped like a T. Okay? Now, the letter T, okay? A lot of people, we look at the cross and we see sacrifice, okay? And we don't see what the true meaning behind it is. Before I said that, to me, the T represents togetherness, a unity, and that's what we're being told from whatever religion you believe. It all comes back to the same thing, only we're looking at it differently. And that's okay, because it's all right. And some people say, well, no, it's not. Well, yes, it is. Okay. So with regards to letter T, I have a article here, right there. Okay. It's unlocking the transistent, the profound spiritual significance of the letter T. So that's the T cross. Okay. And it says about symbols have different meanings, and it's all universal meanings, and they all get twisted around to certain agendas. Okay. And I'm going to get to that part when we get to sins. Okay. Okay. We're going to put the T cross on hold because I was just kind of instructed to do what I feel the true meaning of sins are. Okay. Now, I was sitting there today, and remember in my video yesterday, I said about play on words. Okay. Play on words have what they put as their meaning. They're saying, oh, well, you're a sinner. Okay. You sin. Okay. Well, I'm going to write down what I've come up with, and I'm going to say it. Okay. Sin. Systems. Integrated. Into society. I don't know how to spell society. Anyways, I think I spelled it right. Okay, so systems integrated into society. Okay, so we say programs. Okay, and we are the society. What is the meaning of integrated? Okay, I looked it up. I knew that it was something that's brought in. Okay, so integrated, an institutional body, integrated, especially it says about racially. Okay, so if you look at what's happening right now, racial, it doesn't matter if it's color or sex or what have you. It's all compared to racial. So it's all been brought in, and this is what's happening. So everything has been all scrambled, and this kind of kind of an inner, it's like an interference coming in, trying to distract and move away from. It's part of a system, okay, because it's almost like breaking the code of pointing out that the sins are actually hidden as a word because it's integrated into our society, okay? So this is why people say about programming, and part of the programming is the cross, and it's made out to be something horrifying. In like people think of death and crucifixion and what have you, and what it actually is, it's the masculine, feminine, the divinity, the universal coming together. And I'll read the article, okay? Okay. The letter T in spiritual traditions, okay? So there's many things that it comes in. The letter T is simple, powerful, yet symbol that has played a significant role in spiritual traditions across the globe. The shape and sound carry significant meaning and symbolism that have inspired spiritual seekers for centuries. In this section, well explored some of the ways the letter T has been used in spiritual symbolism. Okay, the T cross, did you know the T? Okay, a universal symbol of transcendence. Okay, perhaps the most widely recognized use of the letter T as a spiritual symbol is the form of the T cross, or the Latin cross, a universal symbol of Christianity. Okay, I'm not using religion or anything like that because it's all of this spiritual. And like I said, all religion comes back to the same thing, whether we want to believe it or not. It's because of limited beliefs. It's you got to believe this way or that way, which it's all comes back to the same. And some people don't want to believe that, and that's okay. It's all in the system, integrated into society. Okay, so the T cross represents the sacrifice of Jesus Christ, which is the Christ consciousness, okay, and his victory over death. So it's like the death and the resurrection, the death of the old, bringing in the new conscience, coming to the truth. So, and serves as a reminder of our spiritual nature and potential of transition. So moving forward, evolution, going into something new. The vertical line of the T cross symbolizes the connection between heaven and earth. Okay, heaven and earth. What is up is below. That's what they say, right? Okay. Well, the horizontal line represents the connection between humanity and divinity. Okay, so it was said, which is Jesus is actually Yeshua. Some people don't want to say that, but you know, it is what it is, and you believe how you believe, and people can't change your beliefs. You can only broaden your beliefs instead of sticking to one thing and realizing that, hey, you know, maybe everything isn't just one thing. Together they represent the union of the divine and the human, so the coming together, okay? The eternal and the temporal. Don't know if I pronounced that right, but you know, I said I was never a good speller, never really a good reader either, but that's okay. T for Trinity, the threefold nature of divinity. In Christianity, well, it's in a lot of other things too, because I believed it myself to be something different. And I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. And everything actually comes back to the spirituality of things, whether somebody wants to think you and your spiritual head or like what have you, throwing shade on somebody because they have a different belief than somebody else. But don't throw somebody out of your family because they have a different belief. Try to understand it. be open to it. If they're like, everybody's got to learn to be open, okay, and realize that it's a oneness. It all comes back. Okay, so in alchemy, the letter T is used to represent. Oh, sorry. In Christianity, this is the Trinity. In Christianity, the letter T is also associated with the concept of the Holy Trinity. Okay, the threefold nature of divinity as Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Father, Son, Holy Spirit is the whole. The T shape is used to represent the three parts of the Trinity, with the vertical line representing the Father and the Son, and the horizontal line representing the Holy Spirit. All. Okay? This symbolism highlights the interconnectedness and interdependence of the divine aspect and serves as a reminder of the power of unity and harmony. So the coming together. Okay? The Trinity is also a symbol of the wholeness and completeness of the divine and of the potential for spiritual integration and oneness. So sins, back to sins, systems integrated into society. So the oneness, and right now it's a separateness, and we're coming together. Okay, like I said before, don't try to understand the language, just feel it. And like I said, sometimes if I seem like I'm getting very assertive or aggressive, it doesn't mean it's at you. It's towards the other side to say, like, hey, back off. Let us be who we are. Instead of putting us and saying nobody can communicate with you because you have a difference of opinion and you're not going with everyone else. Well, everyone else is starting to say, hey, I'm going to talk to you whether you're different or not. And that's the way it should be. Instead of pushing somebody aside because they're different. Okay? Being segregation and oneness. Integration, sorry. Okay, T for transformation. Okay, excuse me. Right now, we're all in the transformation. Okay, we're all being made to go within and look at ourselves and see the world outside of ourselves as a whole. Because everybody's changing. And we have our ups, we have our downs. It's like my poem that I wrote back in 99 when I first become enlightened and shut it off. It was life. Life is a challenge. It works in mysterious ways. It has its ups, downs, sometimes just upsetting. We live life for what? To be happy, sad, or just to be known? Well, it's all of the above because it's the experience. And through the experience, we learn. It's not through a book or what have you, like they try to push on you through like systems and bodies that you learn this way, you spell this, this is what it means. Well, no, it's not. You're being told what it means, but deep down, you have the answers within yourself to know, because it's like the Akashic records. We are the Akashic records. We have the answers in ourselves as the wisdom. Sometimes we have to go to an internet because we can't draw on them. We can't get them right away. So then when we go to the internet, it's feeling it, whether, like, does it make sense? It's not necessarily about logic and reason. It's, does it make sense? How does it make your body feel? Like, how does it, like, does it glitch you? Like, wait a minute, that something don't make sense here. Something doesn't seem right. Right? Okay, so okay. 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 In alchemy, the letter T represents transformation journey of the soul. The alchemical, if I pronounce that right, process involves the purification and transformation of the soul from its base state to a higher level of consciousness. Okay, so the soul, they're coming to find out by doing testing on people. When they get into a meditative state, when they get into the oneness state, they see different activity in the brain, and it's usually around the pineal gland. It's the eye. It's where you truly see. Okay, that's the part. The vertical line of the T represents the ascent of the soul. Okay, so the heaven and earth. Okay, as it seeks to transcend its limitations and attain spiritual enlightenment. And I've talked a lot about enlightenment. When you come to the truth, you become more and more enlightened. And as you become more and more enlightened, your body becomes lighter because you're letting go of old programs, old systems, old beliefs that don't make sense. Stuff is hidden from us, and as we evolve, we bring more and more truth forward, not only to ourselves, but to others. And it's whether or not they want to believe it or not. The horizontal line, on the other hand, symbolizes the descent of the divine spirit into matter. So we were above, and as we got more and more into a system of beliefs, limited beliefs, we started going down. So we became more of this, opposed to the energy, the light. Okay, I've said a number of times that there's like when I get into a true, like a meditative state, a oneness, I become like air. And I know a lot of you may feel that and not realize it sometimes, but that's the lightness. That's the light body. You're feeling the light body. Matter, as the soul seeks to integrate the spiritual and material aspects of the self. Okay, materialistic world. We become material. Okay, everything becomes material. People can agree with me or disagree with me. That is entirely up to yourself. I'm not here to judge. I'm just bringing information forth as it comes to me. Okay? It's okay if you don't understand me, like I said. Okay. The intersection of the two lines represent the unity of opposites, the integration of the spiritual and material aspects of self, and the attainment of spiritual wholeness. So realizing that we are both. The oneness. Okay. Okay. In conclusion, the letter T holds deep spiritual significance in various traditions and serves as a powerful symbol of transcendence, okay, unity and transformation. And with that, by understanding the spiritual meaning of the letter, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the power of symbols in spiritual practices and their ability to inspire and guide us on our spiritual journey. So we look at things as being bad or good, and it's really neither. In ways, it's like the part of integrating things into something that's really not either or. Okay, it may seem one way or the other. By understanding the spiritual meaning of the letter T, we can integrate deeper appreciation for the spiritual practice and their ability to inspire and guide us on our spiritual journey. Okay, it's like the numbers. It's like there's no such thing as coincidences, just synchronicities. Like something shows up, or you're thinking of somebody, and then all of a sudden they call you, or they show up. That's part of it. Okay, whether we see the T as a reminder of the sacrifice or a victory of Jesus Christ, which we are the victory. Okay, Jesus Christ is the consciousness. It's what we're being told. It's the T. Rising. The wings. The ashkanam is rise above. Rise above ignorance. Rise above the greed. Right? But like I said, you may agree, you may disagree, and that's totally okay. These are just my opinions, my beliefs, and it's a matter of, like I said, being open to something different. Victory of Jesus Christ, a symbol of interconnectedness of the divine or representation of the transformation journey of the soul. That's why we say that every soul is on its journey and it wakes up in divine timing. It wakes up when it agreed to wake up. And like I said, we're all here for different reasons, and we're here to wake each other up and enlighten each other. Soul's journey is its significance is testament to the enduring power of spiritual symbolism. We look at different symbols as being, like I said, like you look at a symbol, oh, that's bad. Well, are you going by what somebody said, or are you actually finding out what the true meaning of that symbol is? Using your own discernment. The letter T holds great significance in numerology as well. Okay. Here are some ways the letter T is associated with spirituality and numerology. Okay. Some will say, oh, well, you shouldn't believe in that stuff. That's bad. Well, no, it's not. It's the universe. Everything is what everything is. Okay. It's all true. Like I said yesterday, the myth, it means my truth. It's their truth. And we're saying, oh, well, no, it's not real. Well, it's just as real as what you think everything else is. So why is yours not no more? Why is theirs no more real than what you believe or what you witnessed? Don't pass judgment. We're all learning that. Some are learning it faster than others, and some are taking a little more time. Like I said, it's when their journeys come to light for them. Okay. T as the number 20 letter symbolizes or symbolism and significance. Okay. Think of number 20. Okay. Now, think of, keep the year 2020 in mind, when it was like the world just went kaboom and blew up. Okay. The letter 20, or the letter T, is the 20th letter of the alphabet, and as such, it is associated with the number 20 in numerology. The number 20 is considered to be highly spiritual and symbolic of completion. So the end of the old cycle and the beginning of the new one. Okay, so the end of the old cycle and it became new in 2020 because it was, like I said, it was like the world blew up and people think, well, that's a bad thing of what happened. Okay, well, Think of it this way. Don't they say things get worse before they get better? Because it's hard it's hard to bring out the truth because nobody wants to believe it. Because hearing the truth is hard to hear. Clearing the throat chakra. Makara anunia visita ta esutuye. Salala ala kule kalama ala shale asukuya akala sumuna na kiyatai. Kishiskiria sada esukuya sale asulere tobe akai. Okay. It is also associated with creativity, intuition, and spiritual awakening. Okay, so 2020 was the big, they call it the big awakening, right? 2020. Yes. The meaning of angel number 2020.
According to Sarah Scoop, the angel number 2020 carries a positive message that reminds us to remain open-minded and look for new opportunities in our social life. The angel number 2020 carries a powerful message to stay focused on our divine life purpose and take the next step towards achieving our goals.
See? Just give them away. No such thing as coincidences, just synchronicities. Okay, so spiritual awakening, and that's what we're on right now. And some of us are fighting it, and it's becoming very painful. It's ascension. It's the scaling, rising above, like our ignorance and opening up to truths, not program systems. Integrated. The true integration. People who are drawn to the number 20 may have a strong sense of purpose and the ability to manifest their desires. They may also feel a deep connection to their spiritual path and be drawn to activities that promote growth and expansion of your consciousness. Okay, research being one of them, and use your discernment, because not everything out there is put in the way that it's meant to be put. It's a manipulation, and everything can be manipulated, but it's down in it's up to you to know. You're your judge. Okay, so the next one is T as the Tour card of the Tower: destruction and renewal, the breaking down of the old to bring in the new. Okay, some don't believe in tort cards or what have you. That's fine. Okay, but this is what it says. In the tort, the letter T is associated with the card of the Tower. This card symbolizes destruction and upheaval, but also the opportunity for renewal and growth. So what comes down gets rebuilt. It's like the temple. You may tear us down, but we will rebuild. The Tower represents a time of crisis or challenge that ultimately leads to transformation and a new beginning. And that's what we're in right now. We are in what we feel to be crisis and a challenge. And that's why I said yesterday, like, good things are coming. Just hang on. Okay? The destruction brought by the tower is necessary to clear away old patterns and beliefs, making way for a new and improved vision of oneself. So seeing yourself, seeing your higher self, who you truly are and who you are as your higher self, who you were and are in the beginning. Those who are drawn to the tower may be experiencing a major upheaval in their lives and are being called to let go of old ways of being and embrace a new path. So letting go of your pain, letting go of your anger, your hatred, your pain, letting go of the past traumas. And some say that it's hard. Yes, it is. But it's harder to hold on to them because you can't move forward as long as you're doing that. And some, yes, traumas happen and they're there to help us grow and to understand a little more. But we got to let go of them. We're not meant to hold on to them and remember them forever. Because that's by letting them go. That's the way you're going to find inner peace. Okay. Next one. Okay, and we're all familiar with this number. Okay, T as the master number 33. Christ consciousness. The letter T is also associated with the master number 33 in numerology, which is considered one of the most powerful and significant numbers in spiritual practice. It is said to represent the Christ consciousness, the ultimate state of spiritual awareness and enlightenment. Okay, so I'm going to check something. The meaning of angel number 33.
According to Dose, the angel number 33 holds a special place in numerology as a master number, symbolizing growth, enlightenment, and blessings. Often seen as a message from the universe or spiritual guides, it indicates an alignment with one's true purpose and divine energy.
It's good. Like I said, no such thing as coincidence, just synchronicities. It's all telling us something. And as we turn the other way and say, oh, well, that's not real. Well, yes, it is. Okay? And it gets hid from us. But now we're here to bring it forth. So, with that, those who resonate with the number 33 are believed to possess an extraordinary ability to uplift and inspire others. Often through acts of service or creative expression. I took some pictures the other day because we talk a lot about the shadow self. Okay, letting go of the shadows. So I went out and it was a sunny day and it's on my YouTube channel. I took pictures of my shadow in different poses. And it's the part of accepting oneself, both sides, because we are both sides. And as you try pushing it away, it becomes harder. It's like a force that it's like you're fighting against instead of accepting. You don't have to do the bad stuff that we choose to do. Okay? But we learn. We just got to stop repeating it and learn from it. And that's all coming. Just be patient. Be patient with yourself and be patient with others. Tiskeratorian, Ekulea, Ashkulas, Krias, Uruetai. Where was I? Expression. They may also feel a deep connection to their spiritual path and be drawn to activities that promote healing, growth, and transformation. Okay. In addition, the letter T carries profound spiritual significance both in its symbolism and numerology. Among its myriad symbolic interpretations, the T cross as a universal symbol of transition. Okay, universal. It's not just one religion or another. It's a universal. Everything. The threefold nature of divinity represented by the Trinity and the alchemical, I didn't pronounce that right, journey of the soul as a symbol of transformation, there also lies the remarkable association within number 2 of the Patagon. I can't pronounce it. Pythagorean. Okay, system. Okay. This association is not worthy as the number 2 is a spiritual term, represents duality, balance, and harmony. In significance, the essential dual nature of life, embodying both masculine and feminine energies. Both sides of you, they stand. Coming together, acceptance of both sides of you. Not one over the other, not one power, or not one over the other. It's a unity, it's togetherness, it's the oneness, the self. And I'll get to something else. Because I'm going to show you, I'm going to point something out. I tried showing it yesterday, but it didn't show. And I don't know if it's showing right now. Like right now, I could be digitizing. Okay. Feminine energies, the conscious and the unconscious, and the balance between the spiritual and physical realms. Okay. It also encourages diplomacy, cooperation, and peacemaking, suggesting a deep affinity for creating harmony in relationships. So it's basically like, stop saying about men, stop saying about women. Oh, crap. Okay. As such, the letter T, with its connection of the number 2, takes on an added layer of spiritual depth. Coupled with association to the number 20, the tarot card of the Tower, and the master number 33, the letter T continues to enlighten and guide spiritual seekers on their path of awakening and transformation. In conclusion, the Clarion numerology system presents another dimension to the spiritual understanding of the letter T by assigning it the number 4. Okay, I see 4 a lot. Okay, this number carries a rich and profound spiritual significance. The number 4 is a symbol of stability, order, and structure, invoking the solidity of the 4 corners of the earth, the 4 cardinal directions, and the 4 seasons. This number embodies a spiritual grounding that enables one to build strong, firm foundations in both the physical and metaphysical realms. In spiritual terms, it represents the principle of persistence, determination, and endurance, reminding us of the importance of establishing a solid foundation for our spiritual journeys. Grounding. Furthermore, the number 4 signifies practicality, responsibility, and the discipline required to manifest dreams into reality. Like being practical and being responsible. We are responsible for our own actions. We can't blame somebody else because we reacted a certain way, as much as we want to try and blame somebody else for it because, oh, they pissed us off. Well, whether they pissed you off or not, it's your responsibility for the way you reacted to it, whether it be a good way or a bad way. Okay, taking responsibility for one's own self. And the discipline required to manifest dreams into reality. As such, the letter T associated with the letter 4 in Chaldean numerology, I can't pronounce that, Chaldean numerology, offers a deep understanding of the balance between the spiritual and material worlds, embodying the need for stability and practical application in spiritual development. Hence, the spiritual significance of number 4 is an important aspect of the border as esoteric symbolism of the letter T. Oh, just one second, please. I have to get my charger. Oh, sorry. Just 1 second, please. I didn't know it was going to die. Hey, maybe if I was digitizing and I left the room, maybe it went back to normal. And as I got back, it digitized again. But as I said before, it's because I'm very high energy. Okay. No. Okay. So in improved Chaldean numerology, the number 9 symbolizes the pentacle of spiritual growth. Okay. And the end of a cycle embodying wisdom, enlightenment, and the harmonious balance of physical, mental, and spiritual realms. Okay. We're all having different dreams. Okay. So we're seeing things and it's like the physical, the here, the mental, it's like, okay, and the spiritual realm. Then we're seeing sorry, releasing old energy stagnant. Oh, yes, sweet. Doesn't mean you got a cold or anything like that. You're just releasing the energy. And let it go. You may feel like you have the flu. You may feel like you have a cold. You may feel like you're dying. But just relax. Okay? Some people can't handle it. Okay? It serves as a powerful representation of self-reflection or self-realization and an attainment of higher consciousness. The higher consciousness is your higher self, coming to oneself. Right there, I have an angel wing because I collect angels. And I mean, we're going to fly. Just open your higher self. Allow your higher self to come through. Allow the truth, the consciousness. So the letter T carries significant spiritual symbolism in everyday life as well. In fact, we use it so frequently that we might not even realize the depth of its significance. Here are a few ways in which T represents spiritual concepts that we can apply to our daily life. Okay. T as truth. That's what I was saying. Honesty and integrity in actions. Said. Okay, because actions speak louder than words. You can say words until you're blue in the face. You can say, I love you, I love you, I love you. But if you're doing something and you're hurting somebody, that's no. Don't. Because your actions are saying something different. Okay? The letter T can represent truth and integrity in actions. The word truth itself contains the letter T, and it reminds us of the importance of being honest with ourselves and others. Because people can feel when somebody's being truthful, and others will say, well, I'm not lying. But that person is feeling. And this is part of the waking up. We start feeling each other. It's the empathic, feeling others' energy. And it's like, like that's why you start pushing people away, because you're actually feeling them. And some of us are even hearing their thoughts, but some will say, oh, you think you can hear, you think you can read my mind? Well, yeah. It's not a think. It's a knowing that you can. Okay. Ourselves and others. When we embody truth in our actions and interactions, we align ourselves with the divine will and elevate our consciousness. This can lead to a greater sense of inner peace and a deeper connection with the divine. Okay? T as trust. Okay? And people are having a hard time doing that right now, trusting each other. Surrendering to the divine will. The letter T can also symbolize trust and surrender to the divine will, trusting in what's to come, knowing the good that's to come. And not, like I said before, not thinking the what if, but just also believing in oneself, trusting yourself, your inner knowing, your higher self, your embodiment, your soul. When we face challenges and uncertainties in our lives, we can choose to trust in a higher power and surrender our fears and doubts to the divine. So letting go of your fear. Instead of conquer your fear, by doing so, we open ourselves up to new opportunities and experiences that are in alignment with our soul's purpose. That's the letting go of whatever I think. Okay? Trusting in the divine can help us cultivate a sense of inner peace and trust in the unfolding of our lives. T is transition, elevating our consciousness to the divine realm. Okay? Because we were actually divine. We were actually in spirit when we came here. And like I said, as we kind of, it was almost like I can't say taking things for granted, but it's almost similar to that. Forgetting who we are, who we were as spirit. Finally, the T can represent transcendence and evaluating our consciousness to the divine realm. Through spiritual practices such as meditation, prayer, or completion, we can transcend the limitations of our ego and connect with the divine consciousness. Okay? Prayer doesn't have to be long-winded, as some think. It's It's sitting with yourself and talking. Okay, having faith, having belief in oneself and in something other than oneself, in belief in the whole. Okay. Um, Meditation. Some believe that meditation, you just sit there and you make an om sound. Well, that can help. But what a meditation really truly is sitting with oneself and quieting your mind, or going for a walk, being with oneself to get rid of all the clutter and the noise, being able to be with everything at the same time as you're being with yourself. I know that sounds a little out there, but like I said, when I do it, I become air. Okay, and this can help us tap into a deeper sense of meaning and purpose in our lives and align us with our soul's journey. So you become more aware of self and surroundings. The letter T serves as a reminder of this possibility for transcendence and spiritual growth in our everyday lives. Finally, embracing the profound spiritual significance of the letter T. Throughout this exploration of the spiritual meaning of the letter T, we have seen how this simple symbol can contain deep and transformation insights for our spiritual journey. For the T cross as a universal symbol of transition, not a religion symbol, but a universal symbol, a whole, the togetherness. Transformation inside as spiritual. From the T cross as a universal symbol of transcendence, to T as the master number 33 representing the Christ consciousness, to T as truth, trust, and transcendence in our everyday lives. The letter T offers a rich and diverse array of meanings and applications. Whether we approach the letter T from the perspective of spiritual tradition, numerology, or everyday practices, we can find resonance and relevance in its symbolism and significance. By opening ourselves to the wisdom and insight that the letter T offers, we can deepen our spiritual awareness and connection to the divine. So embrace the power of the letter T in your spiritual lives and continue unlock the transcendent mysteries that it holds. Okay? May the T guide us on our journeys of transformation and realization, and may we always remain open to the profound spiritual significance of this scared symbol. The scared. That's a chakra. Okay, so maybe that was long-winded for some. I don't know. Maybe some understood it. It's not for me to say, but it's letting go and being open. And however you look at it, however you resonate with it or not resonate with it, that's entirely up to yourself. But it's knowing that every time you see, like some people see a dime, and when they see a dime, to them, it represents a loved one who has passed is there. a spirit is there, and it's showing them that they're there, because they're all there to guide us, whether you see them or not. Some of us hear them, some of us see them. We see them in different forms. White butterflies, I see a lot of those. It represents our ancestors, our family members, children, depending on how one looks at it. When you see something and it resonates with you, look it up and see what the spiritual meaning of it is. Because everything is trying to tell us something. Whether someone tells you, oh, well, that's horse pucky. It's not. It's a little scram, because tutoria tato. It's a little, I couldn't morgay, it's to get your class. Be here. Work on you so that you're able to help and show others how to become their higher selves. Because we're the change. You're the change. And in here is where you find the peace. And it's the part of letting go of the old to make room for the new. I love you all. I'm sending you all much love, light, many blessings. Most importantly, very good health to anyone and everyone wanting, willing, ready to receive. I want you all to be big, bold, brave. Most importantly, be yourself. Be kind to others and yourself. Keep going. Never give up. And stay strong.